Equality means that a wife is equal to her husband, a sister to her brother. Not better, not worse. They are equal. Just as we need more men like my father, who championed my 11-year-old self to stand up for what is right.
So imagine what kind of desperation days Meghan and her team have gone through now. Yeah. Meghan Markle's team sent unnecessary aggressive messages over journalist hospital visit with Thomas. So a Daily Mail reporter who's a good friend of Thomas Markle, Carolyn Graham, visited Thomas and did a story, and she's being harassed by Meghan's team. What's new? Yeah. Okay, before getting to this article, in my opinion, I think the reason for this harassment is because Meghan Markle now can't control the narrative. Because we have a Daily Mail version directly from her father, she couldn't do any kind of PR damage control because, let's face it, in my opinion, she had no interest in meeting her father or caring about him. She has not bothered till now. It's not going to happen. So she's going to create the victim narrative, which she can't create now because her father has already given his side of the story and everything has come out. And she wants to control everything. Like in the Netflix documentary, she can't control the narrative now. So the director was removed and then she put her own footage. Did you see the entire Netflix documentary? In my opinion, in the future, she'll do it again. She'll do another documentary if they give her the right price. She'll put her kids' pictures out there and so on and so forth. So anyway, moving on, let's get into this article. The Daily Mail reporter spoke out in a lengthy article published Saturday saying that she was good friends with Thomas and she was interviewing him, especially they became good friends when the rift happened with the Duchess. I feel it is important to set the record straight, she wrote. I've only written stories with Tom's express permission, and he told me he wanted to give an interview to the Mail on Sunday as he sought control of the narrative around his amputation. Good for the reporter for coming out and defending herself, because this is not acceptable. Yeah, she should not need to sit and explain herself. It is not her problem that Meghan Markle is the only one who can give interviews. Meghan Markle is the one who's given, I think, 1,000 interviews by now, in my opinion, maybe hundreds. And why is she okay to share her side of the story? Your father can't share his side of the story? Days when she was normal, apparently. Anyway, Graham recalled that Thomas Senior's son, he's been burnt a lot by people on the internet making up stories. He's also wanted to reach out one last time to Meghan. So it's a father who tried his best, you know. She reflected on her past conversation with Thomas Senior and how he allegedly was unable to contact Meghan, which is why he initially agreed to speak with her years ago and continues to interview. If you don't contact your father, honey, and you don't reach out to him, why can't your father speak to the media and share his side of the story? You are nothing but villainizing him. Do you understand? You have spoken down on your family. If you had not done that, maybe they would not have to come out in the media and defend themselves. Why can't they have the right to defend themselves? I totally agree with him. Why not? Graham clarified she attempted to help Thomas get in contact with Meghan's PR team after the actress' spokesperson allegedly that they had been called the hospital several times in Cebu to locate him. Graham also claimed that Suits Alum PR team stated that they sent Thomas Senior an email, but the writer claimed the dad of three hadn't used the email address for years. I'm sorry, isn't he in the hospital? You're sending him an email? This woman is a dunderhead. I mean, who the hell sends an email when your father's in the emergency room? I mean, what is wrong with this woman? I mean, it's just a narrative. Can you see, guys? She wants to send an email and she wants to send a letter. And I have already debunked this on my X account. I wrote the only reason she's doing the written format is because she wants to give proof so that she can magically, either Thomas should leak it and then hopefully in the future she will defend herself and leak it and say, I sent the letter, but I never heard back. Yeah, honey, people are going to reply to letters. This is how you make up with your family, sending letters. Yeah, this is not an advent calendar for your kids. You put goodwill, one message per day, nonsense which none of us believe, or send one email to your kids every day. This email thing is ridiculous, honey. Aren't you supposed to be anti-online or something? Isn't that online again? Pick up the phone like a normal adult and speak to your father. That is called normal people do. Following Graham's recent stories about Thomas Senior not hearing from Meghan, she stated the Netflix star team was unnecessarily aggressive toward her. She directed them to speak with the paper's editors and legal team due to concerns. Imagine they were harassing this reporter. What's wrong? This is not just Meghan's team. She must have sent her Sussex bots. I'm guarantee you, because that's what they do. When they see something deranged, Meghan does that. She gets her deranged gang to come after people. And I'm sorry, you are ridiculous to do that. Yeah, this is disgusting. Graham said that she was expressed to Thomas Sr. how she would walk away from their friendship if it meant she could reconcile with her daughter. Absolutely, I think the journalist would do that. Painful as that would be, it would have both tears in our eyes, and we discussed it again last week. It would be impossible for him to reconcile with her without having a friend in the media, particularly one in the British press, for which Prince Harry has repeatedly expressed his hatred. How sad. This reporter is literally trying to say that, I'm totally fine, if it meant that Meghan would come back. And this woman is not going to come back. She's living her cozy life. She couldn't care now. Yeah. Disposed. She has disposed her family of both sides, by the way. Here we go. The fake expression of concern and love. My God, I'm so caring. I'm so lovely. I'm such a fantastic human being. There's nobody like me expression. Here. Another plastic smile, which is so pretentious. Last week, her team confirmed they sent a letter to Thomas. Did you remember that stupid news about the letter? Yeah. You know what, Meghan, at this point, you could just get a pigeon to send it. It would have reached faster. Given that a Daily Mail reporter, Caroline Graham, has remained at her father's bedside throughout, broadcasting each interaction and breaching clear ethical boundaries. This one's talking about ethical boundaries. Yeah, I have a comment on that. It's coming up. It has been exceedingly difficult for the Duchess to contact her father privately despite her efforts over the past several days. What privacy have you had, honey? You are leaking it to the media, has 100 articles about you trying to reach your father. Yeah, pick up the phone in the hospital, take your private jet. These are the ways you can directly and privately meet your father without having for a letter to go. Yeah, and contacting another reporter who met your father. What kind of a rubbish thing are you doing? Sitting and attacking the person who actually visited your father, who's actually next to your father, who's behaving like the daughter over you. Yeah, so this is like a reporter's behaving more like a daughter than this one. I mean, this one should have some shame. I put this post, by the way, on X. Yeah, it kind of sums up the whole situation. Meghan can have a so-called journalist like Omid Scobie as a close friend, but her own father isn't allowed to have a Daily Mail reporter, Caroline Graham, as a friend. That's hypocrisy at its finest. That concludes Meghan Markle. We will do everything, whatever we want, but we will call out our dad, call out everybody else.